It's exactly what you get. Stop interrupting my grinding. I ain't thinking right. I ain't thinking about you. I ain't thinking about you. I ain't thinking about you.
Anybody that comes on my show, we're going to have a good conversation. It's okay to agree to disagree, just as long as we're respectful. Everyone is a product of their own experience. There will be times that you have to experience the pain in order to experience the joy. So let's talk about the experience and let's share the results. Family Empire. Family Empire Season 1, Episode 1. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all right now. Carlos motherfucking King. You did the out of that show. That show is the epitome, is the example of Black excellence. And if you all did not tune in, you better go watch Family Empire Houston Season 1, Episode 1. Now, let's go ahead and get into this. Everything on this channel, everything on this video is alleged for entertainment purposes only, and everything is in my opinion. If you have not followed me on social media, make sure you go ahead and follow me on all social media platforms. You can follow me on TikTok. It's SAnthonyLofties. If you're looking for a smile makeover, hit up Dr. Roger Cooper. Use promotion code AL23 and you will get 30% off on your smile makeover. And Bella Dental, they're always accepting new clients. Now, Family Empire Houston Season 1, Episode 1. And make sure y'all go ahead and go purchase my single, Leave Me Alone. It's available right now. Carlos King, bruh, y'all, the quality about this show, everything about the storylines, how it's basically family oriented, and you basically see them having a family business. The dynamic about all the relationships is hidden. This is honestly, in my opinion, I feel like everything about this show is what Love and Marriage Huntsville wanted to be, and they just could not get there. I don't know if they'll ever get back to it, but this show right here, this first episode was worth it. At first, I was looking like, okay, I'm like, okay, where they going with this? You always know the first episode is like the introduction to everything. Is this a Kingdom Reign production? Yes, ma'am. Carlos King produced this. Now, hey, everybody, somebody said Carlos struck gold with this one. He sure did. I'm interested. He got me invested, baby. It might take me a minute to learn all the names with the G1, the G2, and the generation, first generation, the second generation. They did this episode. And I can tell y'all right now, I love me some Nicole. Okay? I'm loving some Nicole right now. But if I ever go to Houston and I spend time with this family, Nicole, I'll push you to the back burner, baby. I'm going to the kitchen with Auntie Charlotte. Auntie Charlotte was the one that cooked their food, the oxtails and all that food, baby. Forget y'all. I'm going straight to the kitchen. Let me talk to Auntie Charlotte. Y'all can sit there and do whatever y'all want to do. I can get a few pieces and a few slices of ham like Loretta Devine said on Waiting to Exhale. I want to give me a few slices of whatever she cooking back there. All right? Now, the one thing about this show is basically it started off with the what can I say? It started out basically them having an introduction about their family business. They got the Braden Real Estate Group. They have almost like 100 agents, right? It was who started off. I think it was Nicole and Jamisha. They basically started the firm. They told their mother, or was it the grandmother? See, I'm still trying to learn everything. I think it's the grandmother because they're part of the G2s. They told their grandmother that they basically wanted to get into real estate. So the grandmother, Oscarine, she paid for them to basically take the real estate class, all right? They passed it, and they said, Oscarine, she always kept on asking them, when are you going to open up your own brokerage? And they did. They finally opened up their own brokerage. You're going to see later on in the episode that they have like 100 agents now. And one thing about this is that I love that Nicole actually showed this surgeon. I can't think of her name right now in Houston. She showed somebody a property. I hope as they continue to go to other episodes that they keep the balance with the drama and they keep the balance with showing people houses and closing deals, all right? Don't let it just be y'all showing two houses, then everything else is filled with drama. But I'm loving the family dynamic with everything on this show. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about it. So Jamisha and Nicole, they had a meeting and they was getting everybody ready, talking about the Q1, the projections and all that stuff. And you have Jaquita. Jaquita used to be a full-time pharmacist, all right? I'm curious to, I'm a little inquisitive about what were they doing prior to working in the real estate field? Because Jaquita, she used to be a working full-time pharmacist. And I want to do, she still do their work just to keep everything like her license and the certifications, all of that. I just want to do, she still do like maybe one day out of a month, or did she just let it go? So, Braden Company, they was talking about the Braden Company photo shoot. And I'm trying to remember who Monet is, y'all. But y'all might have to help me out with some of this, okay? So they also said that their husbands help out. Jamisha's husband, his name is Justin. Excuse me. Jaquita, her husband is Chris. Justin is actually one of the agents for the company. Jaquita, her husband's name is Chris. He's a photographer. He does marketing. The only husband that doesn't work for the company is Nicole's husband, and that's Larry. He does some type of, I think, engineering or something like that. And I actually, it's like they basically dived right on in saying that basically Nicole and Larry, they've had issues before because they played this little blooper saying that how Larry, he was sitting over there like Big Papa, and she was over there on the bed talking about they had their issues. He would be working for 2 weeks and then be off for 2 weeks, and they just time just didn't match up. And she talked about the issues they had going on. And I don't know if did they say something about having sex or something like that. Because their schedules just didn't meet up. And Larry made a comment talking about he too old to start over. Baby, Nicole said, I ain't. Baby, you don't get it together, you don't act right, I don't mind going finding somebody else. And I feel like we're gonna learn a little bit more about their situation. But baby, I love me some Nicole. A lot of my friends say, Anthony, you're a little bit too serious. I'm big about my business. You can ask my auntie Mildred, you can ask my auntie Rita, my auntie Michelle. I constantly work. Certification on top of certifications, and I'm thinking about going to get another certification. It is what it is. But I love me some Nicole. Only thing I can sit up here and say about the show, the quality was everything good. Baby, the fashions was good. Their hair was laid. Now I will sit up here and say that some of them need to move their lace front a little down a little bit because their forehead was foreheading, okay? Baby, y'all got some heads on you. All right, I know I got one, but damn foreheads, bring it down, bring it on down, snug it a little bit. But on top of it, it was still good. All right. Now let's go ahead and move forward. So they everybody they had like their little dinner. Auntie Charlotte, they seen grandma the matriarch of the family off screen. She was walking in with her what is it? Is it Helmsworth or whatever? I think it's Helmsworth or something like that. Baby, she had her little kimono, her cardigan walking in. I said, come on, girl, take them 500 steps to get to that door. But she was moving on up. She was walking in. I'm walking. Mirror, walking. That's what they should have been playing. Y'all better play to make y'all walking up in their house. Anyway, she walked in, and before they got everything started, they talked about their papa that passed away. And I think they said he passed away like a year ago. I'm curious to want to know what's the timeline of filming this show, so we can actually take it all the way back. Now they talked about Keisha. Keisha is like the half sister to one of them. I'm still learning more about her, but you can look at Keisha and tell she's a little bit of the outside of the family. And I'm curious to want to know, like, they was talking about her mother or something like that. Her mother passed away, and you'll learn about that. Nicole, she's fashionably late. Hell, she was late to everything. But I did like her having that little cowboy hat on in the beginning of the show. I said, Nicole did that. Come on, Nicole. Nicole's my kind of girl. I can hang with Nicole, and I can also hang with Jaquita. We just got to drink at her house. We can't drink out today, but I don't got time to be trying to pick you up because I'm sitting up and call these sisters, come get her. Come get her. Anyway, so let's move right along. They was at the house, and they had that tribute to the papa. And Auntie Charlotte, you see she over there started crying a little bit. And here come Nicole. She came in a little late. After they finished eating their oxtail, macaroni, cheese, coleslaw, whatever they had, the barbecue, everything, cutting up slices by slice. It was all good. And that food looked good. And baby, they got them bodies up there in Texas. I said, I can't wait to go to Houston, Texas. Invite me next time. Go ahead and y'all book my flight and get me set up and so I can come eat. Child, let me not go there. Anyway, so let's go ahead and keep moving. Basically, it was Nicole who they was talking to Chris, and who else? They was asking him, was everything ready for the family, for like the photo shoot? And he basically told them that everything wasn't ready. He feels that the reason why he doesn't show up to the office because he doesn't feel appreciated. And Nicole basically said, if it's not ready, well, you need to start coming to the office more. But he said that, but you always kick him out. just constantly back and forth. Chris, he's a little nerdy to me. I mean, he cool, but sometimes it's like, boy, open up your mouth, talk. Like he be talking like, oh, she just kicked me out. Like, nigga, if you don't open up your mouth and speak loud so I can hear you, like, stop talking so low. But it's okay. I still enjoy them all though. So, where am I at? Nicole and Larry having issues. Keisha having a different mother. On Nicole and Chris, everything ready for the photo shoot. So they talked about selling the land. One thing about this show, they're talking about generational wealth. Okay, and that's a lot of times like it's kind of hard for Black families to talk about that, especially if someone passed away, who's going to get the land. They're trying to see if the matriarch of the family is going to sell the land. And I think Auntie Nikki is the one that's over it, that's over everything. I don't know if she's the power of attorney over the matriarch of the family, but I loved it. And baby, the major Oscarine basically stood up there and said, look, I want to sell the land and pay all the homes for her children. She said, not the grandkids. She made it known that I ain't paying for the grandkids, I'm paying for the kids. And that's how it's supposed to be. The parents supposed to have a home always for the grandkids to go to. That's just my opinion. Okay. Now, who was the person that was over there in that orange dress? I was like, girl, pull this lace front down. But one thing about it though, baby, you could not see no lace at all. They had their hair down pat. For this to be their first season, they knew exactly what they was doing. They had a budget for their fashion. They had a budget for their hair. They had a budget for the teeth whitening. They had a budget for everything. They did not come to play on the first episode of this show. And you know, a lot of times when new reality shows come out, it's always that first season where everyone look a hot mess. They didn't play. Makeup, everything was on point. Everything was on point. Except for her being back a little bit, just a little bit down. Smart idea, Oscarine. And what you said, Oscarine was everything. She did that. Hopefully you do see them. They got real coins over there. That's why exactly. And they was actually in an office. They wasn't in a space where they got to renovate or anything. But I also like how they said that they on humble beginnings. They said I remember where we couldn't afford to be in an office. Like they did that. That was amazing. All right. So after they finished all of that, they ate all their food or whatever. Then next thing they went to, it was they went to this development. They went to this land. Basically the G2s, Aunt Nikki showed up. It was Aunt Nikki, I think Jamisha and Jaquita. I think it was them three. They went out to the land and they basically was like trying to get the G1s on board. So it's gonna be up to Auntie Nikki to go back to the G1s and see if they can get them to basically purchase their land, right? So, oh no, I skipped it. I skipped the part. Let me go back, y'all. Nicole, she basically showed this surgeon. Her name is Solange. That's her name, Solange. It was she said when she first started off, she basically sold $250,000 times 51. Basically, she said I think it was 12.1 million for her first year. That's really good for that to be your first year, even though there was like $250,000 each. That's really good to be your first year. Okay. And so she showed Solange this 5 bedroom, 5 bathroom, 6,000 square feet house. That bathroom was everything. I said, oh my gosh, I could get with this bathroom. The ambiance of the place, the feng shui, everything was good. The tic-tac-toe ceiling that was up there that was custom. Even the windows, I like the windows, but at the same time, I wish it was more of an open space where you got those automatic blinds that, like move left and right. I think I would have enjoyed that a little bit more. But that house was everything, baby. But yeah, you did that. And so she was basically sitting down talking to the surgeon. I wish she would have like asked the surgeon a little more just to promote her. And she said that one thing about this is that you get more for where you're located. And the surgeon, she basically told her, she said, there's a lot of traffic. She said it took me an hour to get here. And she basically explained to the surgeon that keep in mind if you was to go to the city, you will end up paying 2.5 million and you won't have that much square footage pretty much. So Nicole was on top of like basically the locations and everything. I think the house was going for 1.4 million. She said that that Solange basically started off with 800,000, but it ended up going to like 1.5 million. So Solange, she's not willing to pay to the 1.4. I hope they actually go back and show that she actually bought the house. All right. So we're done with that. Now, let's go ahead and go to Auntie Nikki. Auntie Nikki, she met with Jamisha, and I think it was Jamisha and Jaquita. They basically was trying to sell the land to her, all right? And basically, I love how they brought up like the current appraisal was like 865,000. The purchase was 72,000. The potential profit was 793,000. And so I think they had to do another appraisal on it just to get some more information. But I love the idea how she sit up here and said it could be what 52, maybe 52 homes or something right there. And it was like 10 minutes away from downtown. They gave out so much information and so many gems in this first episode. I'm loving it. All right. Like Carlos King, please don't fuck this shit up. Like, please don't make this show be so toxic, okay? I'm loving everything about it so far. Like, please don't mess this show up. Braden family, if y'all watching this, go ahead and hit me up on social media, all right? Now, after they finished that, they went to the photo shoot scene. It was Nicole and Chris. They were talking. When Nicole, she came in late again while everybody ready. Nicole always gonna be the last person. She was the last one to show up to the dinner. She was the last one to come to the photo shoot. She was the last one that showed up to Jaquita house. So that's just Nicole. Okay. So they talk about the photo shoot, and who was it that was talking about they was trying not to cry because they got 100 agents. It was so good to actually see Black excellence in their room. When you see all of those African Americans and they're just in one setting, like, wow, y'all did that. You did this. I hope one day that they can actually show the pitch of this show. I would love to be in their room while they pitch this show to Carlos King and they learn more about their family. Like, I would love to learn did Carlos speak to Oscar Green? Like, what was that conversation like in pitching this show? Like, did you go have dinner with them to learn more about them? How did you sell this concept to the network? What made the network fall in love with this family in this show? Because this is the perfect cast as a family, okay? And I know ain't no family perfect, but they're giving you everything from what I'm seeing right now. And they're not really holding back, all right? So let's go ahead and move forward on this, okay? So, Jaquita, she invited everyone to come to their house. Keisha, I don't know who cooked the food, but they had like a seafood broil or whatever. And Jaquita and Keisha and Nicole, Keisha talked about her mother passing away. And you can see that's a soft spot. Like, she started crying. That's why I want to know, like, what's the timeline of them filming this show? All right. So, you know what? Before I get to that, I have to go back because they talked about having a contract with Chris basically showing up to the office, and Jamisha and Nicole and Jaquita, that was like, you know what? I'm glad you sit up here and said we gonna have a contract, so now you can't get out of your duties and do what you're supposed to do. And it seemed like Chris, he's thinking on a bigger scale when it comes to marketing, okay? And he feels like maybe they're not listening to his ideas. So my advice today is that, you know what, Chris, sometimes you have to step outside the box and do what you want to do and then bring it back to present to them so they can actually see your vision. Don't always sit there and wait for them to tell you what you want to do when things should be done. Take the initiative to do it on your own and be like, show them why you want to run things the way you want to run things and do it or whatever. That's all I'm saying. All right. So let me get back to Keisha. So Keisha was talking about how her mother passed away, and Keisha, she feels like she's the outsider of the family pretty much already or whatever. So I'm curious to see that, and I didn't know that Keisha is a part of my community. She's a lesbian. Even though I'm not a lesbian, I'm gay, but we're a part of the LGBTQIA plus community. Child, I'm just so sick of saying all them damn alphabets. It don't make no sense. It's if they add one more alphabet to that, we're gonna have an issue. But anyway, off topic a little bit. Now let's go ahead and go to this. When Nicole showed up, Nicole was like, I need who told us that if she want a beer, she was like, baby, I don't want no beer. She said, I want some Prosecco, some champagne. Yes. I'm like, come on, Nicole. Nicole is my girl. Do you see how she called them out? She was like, well, that was pouring the champagne, and she was like, you're supposed to tilt the glass. Come on, Nicole, you better tell them. And I'm at first I was looking, I'm like, well, why are they pouring it like that? Like all them bubbles and stuff like that. I'm like, girl, tilt that glass so you don't have to deal with all of that. But baby, I love me some Nicole. Oh, and which one of the girls, was it Jamisha or Jaquita? Baby, them eyebrows was giving fuck 24 bold. I'm like, girl, tone it down in the confession a little bit. I'm like, shoot, the eyebrows is just as dark as a dress. A girl don't be no Kobe off of Love and Marriage Detroit. What? You know it. Anyway, so they had a conversation. Jamisha and Jaquita made a comment about Nicole and Keisha's relationship. And they basically said that when Nicole comes around, it's like Keisha just get guarded all of a sudden. And like I guess her behavior kind of changed, her demeanor changed a little bit. So they kind of took a dig at Nicole and Keisha's situation, and hands down, I'm actually with Nicole on this. Like you just sit up here and said that you want us to like have a better relationship, get closer or whatever, but then you just took a dig at it. And she said, I'm not feeling that. Now, one thing about reality TV, we don't know how long they've been filming that scene. We don't know how many drinks they had over there and they taking a dig. But I was with Nicole, and obviously Keisha wasn't feeling it either, even though she didn't voice her opinion. But I would have did the same thing that Nicole did. I would have gotten up and walked out. Like obviously, that's a touchy subject, and that wasn't the time and the place to actually go and start taking digs. So I like how she sat up there and told Keisha. She said basically there's some stuff that you told them that you haven't told me, and I want to learn more about their backstory, like what's with them. So that's really the first episode. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all come on up. And like I say, I'm with Nicole when she brought that bottle of Prosecco. Let me show y'all something while y'all come on up. Cause it's this bottle that I haven't even opened up yet. And I was like, child, where is it? Do I even see it at the bottom? Oh. So I Nicole, I don't know if you ever tried this. This is a bottle of Prosecco right here. Cincy, this was actually gonna be my bottle of Prosecco because I had a deal. But when that mess happened with Andy Cohen back then, they said, baby, we can't go ahead and take no chance right now. We'll revisit in a few more years. And I opened it yet. Hey, Auntie Mildred,
Hey,
how are you?
I'm good. I'm leaning. I'm tipsy because I done got into
Did,
my tequila.
did you like the show?
Yeah, I did. I did. I really did enjoy just all of it. The family dynamics. You can
Mm-hmm.
tell there's a little bit of stuff there, but you know what? The legacy of it. And you can see
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of love. And the women are giving, honey, they're giving body,
Yes.
they're giving thick. Now I was looking at them cross-eyed when they was in them crawfish with them gloves. Now just get up in there and do it right. But I like it so much, and I like that they still have their land. You know how rare it is that black people still maintain and keep their land. So this is beautiful because they ain't making no new land. That's it. That's all we got. The fact that they're developers and this is a good show. I
It
didn't
really
know it was a
is.
Kingdom Reign show. I really didn't, but he did his
Yep.
big one on this one.
He sure did.
One funny thing, whoever the redhead high yellow man is, the redhead high yellow man, y'all, you know who I'm talking about?
You talking about that's the photographer?
No, not the photographer. He's real. He's got red hair and he's light skinned.
You talking about Nicole husband?
I guess that might be her husband. But baby,
Larry.
do y'all remember the villain from Black Lightning?
Yeah.
That's who he looked like to me. I was hollering. I said, boy,
Oh,
what the
God,
man
with
name
the
was?
freckles and
Tobias.
stuff. Yeah, I know who you talking about now with
I
the freckles and
hollered.
all of that.
I
Yeah.
hollered. But I said, look at, and he had a suit on too. And with all that black, I said he looked like the villain from Black Lightning. I remember that. But I love the show, Anthony. Doing a really good job of developing the characters. Now I just have one question because I'm nosy. All these people on the Carlos payroll, Or is some of them friends of?
I have no idea.
Cause goddamn, that's gonna be a big check, a lofty check.
Okay, somebody said that's Jaquita's husband.
Oh, okay. He's still the villain from Black Lightning.
Oh, you talking about the one that was at the photo shoot right beside right? Okay,
Yes, that
yeah,
one
yeah, that
is.
is Jaquita's husband. Yeah.
He was the only ginger there, the only
So
with
that's
red.
that's Justin. Justin.
Him.
Mm-mm. Go ahead, Auntie Rita.
Well, you know what? I like this show as well. And I like it for all the reasons that, y'all said. But I like it that's my own opinion now. We agreeing that we like it. Now, I even like the little bougie girl. I like her too, but I see she's very dramatic. And where you saw um an issue with them talking about it, kind of laughing about it. I didn't see an issue with that because when a family dynamic, and sometimes people have like a little nervous tick, and when they don't know how to get a conversation started, and because we know how you are, so we don't really know what to say, and so that's why they said, okay, let's have a drink before we start talking, because when you drink, that loosen your lip, that loosen your tongue, and you can pretty much say how you really feel. And there is a strain between those two sisters, and I'm pretty sure it is hard to be around them together in a setting, because look how her demeanor changed when Bougie Girl walked in. Her whole demeanor changed. She look how she shifted in the seat, her facial expression, everything that it changed. I don't know how it feels to have a sister or a brother that's born maybe a week, 2 weeks, 3 months after you were born. I don't understand how that feel, and there was some cheating. We know it was some cheating, because in the state of Texas, you can't have no two wives. You're going to have your wife and somebody else. So it seemed like that's what OG had. He had a wife and he had someone else. Now that's something that Bougie Girl should have took up with her dad and not be angry with her sister. But we don't know. Eventually, we're going to see the dynamics and why it got like that between them two. That's what I'm interested in. And I also know when you are a large family like that, and when either one of these sisters come around, if one come around, it's okay. But when both of them are together, it's like people got to walk on eggshells. It's almost like, when you be with your family on Thanksgiving or Christmas, and you be drinking and having fun, and one of the brothers got a white wife, and you know how our mouths be, how we be talking, and then you got to guard what to say because his white wife is in there and stuff like that, and then you just got you got Auntie Rita and Auntie somebody else don't give a damn about her sitting there. They gonna say what they want to say anyway. A feeling get hurt, but this is what we do. So I can imagine that's pretty much what went on with them. And then with the photographer, I'm calling them photographer by what they do, because I'm gonna learn their names, because y'all know I mess up a name. But anyway, the guy with the camera, I understand his feelings. Why you want me to come in the office? Everything the man said, he want to grow. This is a man who want to grow. He want to expand. But every time I want to do something, y'all shoot it down. So why I got to be in the office for? He's a photographer. He could, he know how to go out there and make money shooting pictures and stuff like that. So, Bougie Girl, it's just something about Bougie Girl, because we're going to see next week how she went behind her, the other people behind the G2 bikes and stuff like that. But I love the dynamics of the family. And you see when grandma clap them hands, can't use my voice, baby, but I can use these hands. I want this here to stop right now. And I do not believe that they, as a family and the matriarch of the family, would allow Carlos or anyone to come and mess up that family, because before they were on TV, they were a family. And see, that's the true meaning of family. We fight like cats and dogs, but we ain't gonna let nobody else come in and do it. We're not gonna
Mm-hmm.
let nobody else come in and do it and stuff like that. And with this one, they say Love and Marriage Huntsville is the highest rated. I'm gonna kind of this right here. This got a little bit of what you said, Anthony, of everything. It's gonna have the drama. It's gonna have it has everything that Love and Marriage should have been, wanna be, and started out to be. So this show, I'm telling you, at the first 10 minutes, how you like it, Auntie, I don't like it. But getting into it, I said, "Oh, I like this." I had to call Anthony and say, "Anthony, I like this. This gonna be good. This gonna be good." And it is because one thing I love my black people, and I
Yes.
love to see black women do it without all of that cattiness,
Yep.
without throwing drinks in people's face and sitting down, me and you sitting down and talking. Time you get up, you go on. By the time you get to your car, you can't get to your car fast enough. You calling and telling what our conversation was. You know,
Exactly.
I love to see black excellence. I love to see black women excel. I love to see black people they got money. And the pharmacist girl, that's a real doctor. A pharmacy, a pharmacist is a doctor. She's a real doctor. That wasn't given to her. She went to school for pharmacy. And when she graduated, she had that DR in the front of her name.
Mm-mm.
These are not wannabes. These are. And just like you say, Mildred, I ain't see no fake Buddhists because they say everything in Texas big naturally. But I think it's going to be I think it's going to be great. I love it, love it, love it. I love it. So, yeah.
Well, y'all, that was the first episode. And make sure you all tune in next week. And I will see you all tomorrow for Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 8, Episode 9. On that note, you all have a good night. And I will see you all later. Goodbye.
Bye.
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 See y'all later.